Straight ahead on 12 News, the Park Center grad who shook up national politics. We talk with Dave Brat's father after his son's big primary election upset. Then, celebrating the potato. We'll meet two young Brooklyn Park residents you could call the Tater sisters. But first, a rough start to summer break. What happened at a Brooklyn Center elementary school that upset teachers and staff. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. It was a difficult morning for teachers and staff at Northport Elementary.
They arrived to learn their school had been burglarized, and 12 News reporter Carissa Wyant shows us the damage.
Okay, this is our special ed room. See, the closet is open.
Northport Elementary School Principal Leona Durden isn't guiding an average tour of her school.
Can't figure out exactly what's been taken in here, but we had computers in here.
She's showing us around a crime scene. The Brookland Center School was broken into Wednesday night. Thieves ransacked drawers and closets, taking computers and iPads, as well as food and toiletries set aside for kids in need.
It really makes me very, very sad because you're taking away from other kids.
Even the master keys to the building from the custodian's office were stolen.
It makes us all feel violated. It's like having your house broke into. It's just, you can't trust people for a while afterwards.
The thieves, who appear to be in their teens, were caught on tape.
Lo and behold, we saw 4 kids roaming through the buildings.
Brooklyn Center police and school officials are reviewing surveillance footage
Thank God we have cameras in our building
to see if they can track down the culprits.
You tell me a name, I will say yes or no.
Staff here at Northport says the hardest part of this isn't what the thieves have taken. It's knowing that they could be former students who they worked hard to educate and instill a sense of right and wrong in. School officials hope the thieves will be tracked down and brought to justice.
because it's a crime, and it's really sad. It's a crime, and it just makes me very, very, very unhappy that they would do this.
In Brooklyn Center, Carissa Wyant, 12 News.
Anyone with information about the break-in is urged to call Brooklyn Center Police.
Before he surprised the country with his primary win over House Majority Leader Eric Cantor, Republican congressional candidate Dave Brat was a Park Center high school graduate. Brat, now an economics professor in Virginia, hasn't lived in Minnesota for decades, but he spent his high school years in Brooklyn Park and graduated from Park Center in 1982. The school yearbook shows Brat was heavily involved in tennis, band, and debate. Brat's father believes his son was able to pull off the upset with a strong grassroots campaign.
He didn't have any name recognition. He didn't have any money, whereas Cantor had all kinds of money and was the House Majority Leader. So he knew it was an uphill battle, and yeah, he was optimistic about it. He thought he could do it if else he wouldn't have run.
Brat now faces a Democratic opponent in November for the Virginia congressional seat.
Robbinsdale is already along the proposed Bottineau light rail route, but could the city also become home to streetcars? And that's a question the Metropolitan Council plans to answer. A study will begin this month on the feasibility of a streetcar line that would run down West Broadway in North Minneapolis and possibly extend into Robbinsdale. However, the Robbinsdale mayor says the idea doesn't make a lot of sense.
You know, there's a little bit of nostalgia associated with streetcars, but at the end of the day, you know, is it necessary, and do we have the time and resources to devote to something when we already have a major transit plan that we're focusing our efforts on?
The city recently made major improvements along Oakdale Avenue near North Memorial Hospital. That would have to be torn up for a streetcar.
A new subdivision is proposed in Brookland Park, just north of the Target campus. A developer is proposing 37 single-family homes in an area southwest of Douglas Drive and 103rd Avenue. The developer describes the homes going in as medium to high-end. The Brookland Park Planning Commission is recommending approval. Today kicks off the 50th Tater Daze celebration in Brookland Park.
The festival pays homage to Brookland Park's potato farms, but it also celebrates much more. We asked residents what they love about Brookland Park, and parks came out on top. No surprise in a city that boasts a park within 6 blocks of every person.
I like to walk through the Palmer Lake area. It's nature. It's a lot of things to see and it's good recreation.
Right now in the summertime, I love Northwoods Fields Baseball Park. We are there almost every night of the week, and it's a wonderful addition to our neighborhood, our community.
What I love about Brookland Park are all the parks and trails. I have 3 kids, so I love to take my kids on bike rides and walks. Just really beautiful. I love the new developments that they're building, so I think it's just a great community to raise my family.
And here's another place we love, local farmers markets.
Yeah, that's right. The Maple Grove Farmers Market opens for the season tonight, Thursday evening. Delane Cleveland is live in Maple Grove to give us a preview. Delane?
Yeah, Mike and Alex, it's a bit of a windy, overcast day, but still plenty of people out here at the Maple Grove Farmers Market, kicking off its 11th year, where people can buy fresh fruits and veggies and lots of other goodies from about 50 different vendors. So joining me live here to talk more about the Farmers Market is manager Kirsten Benson-Weigel. So Kirsten, thanks for joining us. What is it about a farmers market that keeps people coming back year after year?
Well, we have just a wonderful assortment of vendors here, and we find that our shoppers really love to know the source of their food. The people who are growing their food, everything here is vendor grown and vendor made, with only a couple of tiny exceptions. And so I think that's part of it. It's also just a great community gathering place, great way to celebrate the season.
Sure. Is there anything new that you want to highlight about this year's farmers market?
Absolutely, yeah. We're so pleased to announce that we'll have a couple of new vendors offering certified organic produce. That's been a huge demand from our shoppers for a couple of years now. We also have grass-fed beef. We have some new specialty products on offer, so it's different every week as the season progresses, and we invite people to come out and give us a try.
And anyone that wants to come out here, maybe never come before, what is it that you really want them to know?
Well, they need to know that we're Thursday afternoons now, every Thursday afternoon through October 23rd here at the Maple Grove Community Center. We have free parking. Lots of information is available online on our website, which is maplegrovefarmersmarket.com. We have great live entertainment every week. We have kids programming coming up, just a lot of fun.
All right, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that information. And again, Mike and Alex, real quick, the Maple Grove Farmers Market takes place outside of the Maple Grove Community Center every Thursday from 3 to 7 between now and October 23rd. Reporting live in Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Delane. You have to believe it's going to get a little warmer, too,
Yeah,
on some of
maybe
those
they can do away with the
Thursdays.
knit hats,
That's
right?
right. Coming up, an insect that does more than cause a stink. It also can destroy gardens.
Then later in sports, a local boxer prepares for a Friday night title bout.
But first, enjoy a fantastic Friday. Then storms are possible Saturday into Sunday. The school year may be over, but teachers in the Osseo district are back in the classroom for professional development. Literacy is the focus of this 4-day summer institute. They're learning new ideas for student engagement and addressing new literary standards through speakers and also group work.
Teachers are so busy during the school year, they don't often get a chance to collaborate and talk to each other and learn from each other. So that's also a big part of our Summer Institute, is letting teachers share their ideas, what's been working for them.
650 teachers are taking part in the summer session. An insect native to China, Korea, and Japan is now causing quite a stink here at home.
Yeah, the brown marmorated stink bug is small, but it can do a lot of damage to gardens and farms. Reporter Sonia Goins goes in the garden to show us how to get rid of the invasive pest.
You can plant on, you're going to go on the right side?
Bruce Smith and his family are busy planting tomatoes on the farm.
How many you got left?
The Smith farm has been a staple in Brookland Park for decades. Planting crops is a lot of hard work. The Smiths are hoping all their hard labor is not in vain.
Now, Bruce hasn't seen any of these stink bugs on his farm, and that's a good thing, because not only do they stink, they could take out your whole crop.
I'm not looking forward to it either.
The invasive insects like to eat just about any fruit or vegetable. That's why it's a problem for farmers like Bruce.
Oh yeah, we'd definitely be worried. It's just another one of those little things, you know.
It's become a real agricultural pest.
Mark Abrahamson is with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture.
The ones in the top row, those are the brown marmorated stink bug.
He says the brown marmorated stink bug has been known to attack 300 different kinds of plants.
One of the biggest things is the way that these insects feed is they have a beak and they stick it into the fruit of the plant and suck the juices out of it. So they go after the part of the plant that we want to eat.
Getting rid of them is tough. Researchers are working on a biological way to make them go away.
These would be other insects that would prey upon the brown marmorated stink bug.
Some farmers and gardeners have used insecticides on their crops, but this isn't a good solution for farmers like Bruce.
And we try not to spray. We have hardly used any, bug killers in years.
For now, Bruce says he's going to be on the lookout for stink bugs.
So we'll watch it, we'll monitor for it.
In Brookland Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The Minnesota Department of Agriculture and the University of Minnesota are in need of volunteers to track the stink bug next month. And we'll have more information on how to join that on our website, 12.tv. Well, coming up, a sister duo who sure know how to design a potato.
But first in sports, two boys golf teams from Plymouth battle for state titles. John Jacobson has the highlights when we come back.
Well, we have a golf tournament that couldn't be any closer, and this one, well, this one's a heartbreaker too.
Same as last year for the Wayzata boys.
Same
exact same scenario as a year ago. Wayzata's girls golf team captured the Class 3A team title early Wednesday afternoon. The Trojans boys were hoping to make it a clean sweep later in the day. Bunker Hill's the site in Class 3A. On Bunker's West number 3, Wayzata's Grant Raha sinks the par putt. His two-day total 146, good for 5th place. On West number 8, Ben Frazzini with a nice chip shot for the Trojans. That sets up a par putt. He ties for 17th overall. On West number 9, a great approach shot by Wayzata's Alex Beversdorf. He two putts for par and cards a 151 for the tournament to tie Frazzini. We stay on West 9 for the shot of the day. The team title up for grabs. Jack Holmgren, money with his long birdie putt on his final hole. Not enough, though. The Trojans fall one stroke short to Edina. Wayzata settles for runner-up for the second year in a row. Holmgren ties for second individually. Here are the final team scores. Edina's 590, one shot ahead of Wayzata. Hastings, White Bear Lake, and Buffalo round out the top 5. Like Wayzata, another Plymouth-based boys golf team aimed for a title in Class 2A. Matt Rastetter and Providence Academy carried a lead of 6 shots into day 2 at Ridges of Sand Creek. And maybe it's a good omen early as Rastetter gets the 12-footer to curl in for birdie on the 3rd hole. He ties for 10th place with a 148 two-day total for the Lions. Freshman Paul Stanky of Providence aiming for a birdie on number 4 and so close but just misses right. Stanky taps in for par on his way to a 76. His 149 total ties him for 12th place. His brother Scott, a senior, knocks down the 8-footer for par and number 3 for the Lions. He ties for 16th with a 150 total, helping Providence to the state 2A title. The Lions take their first boys golf title by 12 strokes over runner-up Marshall. Another Tri-Metro Conference team, Blake, places 3rd with Mankato East 4th. Tutino Grace had 2 golfers finish in the top 20. Matt Lutz tied for 12th place with a 2-day total of 149, while Kyle Brote was a stroke back and tied for 16th place. The state Class 3A baseball tournament is underway in St. Paul. The Armstrong Falcons are facing Eden Prairie at this taping of 12 News. We'll have highlights of that game starting at 4 on Friday. You can also watch the game in its entirety with Jay Wilcox and Drew Keogh on the call. Watch it Friday night at 7 and 10 p.m. or Saturday morning at 9:30. Local boxer Corey Rodriguez has a big fight on Friday. The Cooper grad will battle for the Minnesota junior middleweight title against another local guy, Chample Park alum Stephen Watt. Here's Jason Melillo with more.
After 7 years as a pro fighter, Corey Rodriguez will fight for a championship belt.
To be able to have the opportunity to fight for the state belt, it means everything to me.
The title shot is well-deserved. In the bizarro world of professional boxing, Rodriguez has been the victim of some questionable decisions over the years and has contemplated retiring more than once. But the Brookland Park resident has always soldiered on and now has a chance to be the Minnesota junior middleweight champion.
Sometimes it's about just having your own pride and being stronger than being stronger mentally than others, and picking yourself up and continuing on to do what you set forth to do.
Rodriguez will put his 10-3-3 record on the line against Stephen Watt, a former wrestler at Champlain Park High School. Watt has a record of 3-2 as a pro boxer and has also been active on the mixed martial arts scene.
He's a tough guy. He's an orthodox fighter. Kind of fights with his chin up a little bit, but has very long arms and can be very tough. You know, take a lot of good punches, and he can return some as well. He's got some power on him as well.
Jason Malillo, 12 Sports.
Rodriguez and Watt actually faced each other last October, with Rodriguez winning a unanimous decision. The fight is this Friday at the Muse Event Center in Minneapolis. You can buy tickets online at cagetix.com. It should be a good one on Friday night.
Good local matchup,
Yes,
yeah. Thanks
right.
a lot, John. Still ahead, you could call them the Tater sisters.
Meet the Brookland Park girls who won back-to-back button titles when we come back. Brookland Golf Course in Brookland Park wants to attract golfers who have never swung a club before. And for the first time, the course offered a free summer lesson with tailor-made golf. Kids could play all 9 holes and have a chance to win prizes at each one. The golf course manager said this event prompted several phone calls from parents who have never played golf before, but now want their children to learn.
It's a win-win all the way around for a game that you can play your whole life.
One of the first games of the day was to try to hit the big pink hippo with a tennis ball. Sounds like fun. Winners got a free round of golf. And lessons start this summer for kids as young as 3. Wearing a Tater Daze button supports the Brookland Park Festival and gets you discounts around town.
Reporter Shannon Slatton introduces us to the winning design.
Prize-winning ideas are sketched out here at the Con Kitchen table.
It's fun because when you're bored, you can grab it and then start coloring.
The girls draw nearly every day.
Last year when my mom told me I won, I didn't really believe her.
Last year, 8-year-old Joey drew the prize-winning button for Tater Daze.
Bud holding a big sign that says Tater Daze, and 2013 like carved into the tree.
This year, her little sister Harper did.
Mr. Potato Head, because it's the Tater Daze contest and you're supposed to put them on your button.
But the Cons expect their button design winning streak to end this year because they say Big Brother doesn't like to draw like they do.
But the funny thing is Asher, he hates to draw. That's what big kids do, they hate to draw.
The Con dynasty ends here,
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
And you can watch for Harper. She'll be in the parade on Saturday, so it should be a good event.
Yeah,
always
very
is.
cool. That's it for now. We'll see you tomorrow.